Okay. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is your August 2024 love reading for singles. And then if you're in a connection having issues, we will look at your energy in the second part of the reading. First part of the reading is going to be directed towards those of you who are single, independent of connection, interested in someone, open to offers, whatever's coming in for you. We'll take a look at that during the first part of the reading. My name is Cody. I'm your conscious soul reader. Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, I appreciate your curiosity. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you all for your continued love and support. We are going to get started here in just a moment. Please note that these are going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If anything does not resonate, please don't try and force it into your world. Be sure to check your other placements. Every other placement is posted. Last but not least, we're taking care of Pisces all before the first week in August, y'all. Woo! Yay. Look at me, ahead of the game, finally getting back on schedule. Many hiccups, many issues, all ironed out. Have a bit more solidification happening now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to take a look at single Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you're interested in a personal reading, information is in the description box of this video. Be sure to check out my website to book a personal reading with me if you need it. All right, let's see. Let's begin. All right, so Pisces. The cards are ready to talk. This is a new deck, so it's a little resistant to my ways, but we'll wear it in. Okay. What can I let Pisces know? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What does Pisces? Free of connection. What do they need to know? What's coming in for August? Well, they wanted to talk. Now, there we go. Okay. Page of Cups. Very good. With the Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. So you have offers, but I feel like you're taking your time before you're investing in anything. I've got the Seven of Pentacles with the Magician both coming out. So really making sure that your manifestations are aligning with the offers that you are receiving before you start reciprocating energy, before you start allowing energetic exchange to happen, because the offers are there. The flirt's there, the conversations are there. So very good. All right, what else can I tell Pisces? What crosses or compliments Pisces? Crosses or compliments? Let me read, sir. Please. No, I knew you were going to do. Please. No, please. WrestleMania. Okay, please. I got to do readings. Hey, one love on? Very good. Thank you, sir. Okay. Crosses or compliments? Crosses or compliments? Yeah. Not really. We're just starting. He's right on time. Less than a minute in, he was right here. Okay. We have the Libra card with the 10 of Wands. You're really making it your number one job to make sure you're making it your number one job. There is no way that you're going to accept any offers because of what you've just gone through, because of what you've been through so far, because of what you've overcome so far. Even if you are open to offers, there's a lot of really high expectations on the offers coming in. This is basically a complete one from where you were initially. So waiting, making sure that this is something that you have truly manifested, because I think you're aware that offers come in and you know that offers come in. You're receiving these offers, but there's really big expectations on what is being presented so far. I know. Oh, give me a minute. Okay. What's the best that can be achieved? Okay. Yes. All right. It's just, it's almost got to be a part of the reading now. He's here for it. He was sleeping all around me. He was close, but he was sleeping. And then now he's here because I'm talking and I'm reading and I'm playing with cards. I'm just very into the energy, and the energy is. All right, here we go. What's the best that can be achieved? And here comes the rain. So there she goes. There she goes. All right, what's the best that can be achieved in this progression, in the way things are going in this direction? What's the best that can be achieved? If you can't hear me, I apologize. It's about to get kind of loud. I hope you can still hear me. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the best that can be achieved? What's the best that can be achieved for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Pisces, what's the best? It's, taking a while. I've got the High Priestess kind of hanging out. There we go. Catch it. Boo. You didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. Now I gotta go get it. Okay, it's the Five of Wands sideways. So we have the Five of Wands. As I'm looking down on it, it's in the upright towards me. So this feels a little combative. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Bumper. I apologize. So this feels slightly combative. With the Ten of Wands and the Justice card out here, I keep either I'm manifesting this combo like crazy lately, or this is about kind of splitting the difference here. I consistently get 10-5 combo, 10-5 combo. It's a 10 and then it cuts back down to a 5. So this is about kind of negating the drama, but still creating this energy of, being very much about making sure that what you're receiving in is going to be really worthwhile. The Queen of Swords, the Hermit card, these are very guarded, very introspective, because the Moon card and the Two of Pentacles, right? You're just the best that can be achieved in this is you're creating more distance between an outcome and your desired results. Okay, so the desired results was the 10 of Cups, right? Complete and total emotional fulfillment because of everything we've gone through before. But if you're holding everybody to such high standards that they couldn't possibly tick every single list, every single point on your list, there's ultimately going to be a major refusal of a lot of really, potential. Thank you. Appreciate it. A really good possibility of learning something. Red flags are an opportunity for you to have conversations with somebody to see if you can't meet common ground, if you can't, come to some sort of a resolution based on what you know and figure out what they know. Also, it's a great opportunity to figure out how somebody goes through conflict resolution, right? We can't just tuck tail and run every single time there is an issue without the opportunity of at least attempting for resolution, and saying, I don't know about this. I'm not even going to deal with it because it feels familiar. And if it feels familiar, it must be familiar. So I'm just going to run away. Okay. And instead of running away, Spirit is asking you to weigh this out a little bit more, to really invest of yourself, to have the wherewithal to ask the questions, to have the tough conversations, to see if, what you've learned applies, how it can be, utilized, applied, perfected even. Since you're on the mission of perfection, it might as well be on self and how you choose to react to situations, how you choose to have, accountability for how you're showing up to any connections, your expectations of other people. You know, having too high of expectations of other people will ultimately only lead you to disappointment. Knight of Cups. I don't keep them from you. Okay. What's the foundation? What's the foundation for Pisces? Foundation for Pisces. What's the foundation for Pisces? There we go. All right. What's the foundation? What does Pisces need to know for the foundation of this August 2024? Love energy. What's going on for Pisces? Thank you. Okay. Strength, Six of Swords. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. We don't want to dismiss the opportunity to apply the lessons that we've learned. Basically, everything I've just said, this is an affirmation of that with the Strength card coming out. This is that energy of the Empress taming the beast within, having total control, being tamed over the quest for peace, right? The ability to apply everything that you've learned and that you've healed from, to be able to have that ability to calm yourself within, to approach conversations, to have very balanced conversations, to see what you know, how you can apply it to the situation. That's ultimately how we test if we're healed or not. You know, how can you do the healing and never give yourself the opportunity to see, you know, what you're made of based on what you learned? The Six of Swords shows a very peaceful calm over you, really taking control of your inner self through knowing your worth, through loving yourself, and creating opportunity when it comes forward to be able to present the best you there is. Beautiful. We'll put that back in. Let's look at the past energy. Why do you do what you do, Pisces? Okay. All right, Pisces, past energy for Pisces. Yeah. All right. Past energy for Pisces. Past energy for Pisces. My darling. Okay. Here you go. Okay. What? All right. Sweet baby. I know. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Again. Past energy. Past for Pisces. Past energy for Pisces. Crow. Okay, so we have the Star card in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so there's a lot of toxic behaviors, maybe some heavy spying on somebody. You could be the type of person who loses hope and you go out and you start looking for answers in all the wrong places. Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, overexerting yourself, looking for truths and answers so that you can break your own heart based on, you know, hunting and looking and focusing on reasons to not be invested in whatever you're invested in. For some of you lost hope because of how, you know, how much you needed to learn that you were pretty much not getting so far. There were a lot of lessons being presented, and I think it was taken from a place of, you know, looking at outer excuses. And I think there has been some knowledge and some information that you have learned, but it may be done through the guise of you being a little bit too picky. There is such thing as being too picky. There is such a thing as having way too many things on your tick list and then holding somebody completely and totally to every single point on that list, or else zero entrance and access is allowed. Okay, so please, buddy, just please, 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 please. Thank you. Okay, there we go. What is the future outcome, please? What's that future outcome? One of these days, he'll have his own space and he won't have to get up into my workspace, and I won't have to stop everything so that we can admire and look at Bumper. And he'll have his own little stage off to the side where he can roll around, be cute, do his thing, and stay the heck out of my gosh darn way. But be near me. Those are goals. Okay. Future outcome, future outcome. Enough of Bumper. What about Pisces? Pisces. What's the future outcome for Pisces? Thank you. Future outcome for Pisces. Future outcome for Pisces. Ten of Pentacles. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Emperor, 10 of Pentacles. It's, here we go. Death card. The 8 of Pentacles is reverse right here. When the 8 of Pentacles reverses, this is you dropping those standards just a tick. Okay, it's really important, yes, to have very high standards and to really be very much into boundaries and having respect for what it is that you believe and feel. But it's also about getting to know the other person and truly melding with the other person. And we can't do that if we have specificities, and it has to be in this line and only this way. And if it gets out of whack and you're feeling any kind of triggers, or if anything is any way reminiscent of anything you've been through, you just cut tail and run. There tends to be this like complete and total utter rejection to dealing with that again, right? But whenever we're presented with the opportunity to apply what we have learned, it is important to stand up and have strength that you've done that work, that you are able to approach the situation in a very calm, mentally balanced approach, to be able to look at this with a lot of care and a lot of willingness to compromise. Because whenever we're going into partnership, right, it is, yes, we can be very independent and we can be very focused on what it is that we want, feel, and think, because it's very important, right, to be accepted as we are and to be able to meld with somebody in your true authentic self. But it's also important to be able to figure out that balance. It's a very fine balance. Justice card is out here. 10 of Wands is out here. It's a lot of responsibility to be able to figure out what that balance is. But this is taking those life lessons and being able to apply them, being able to apply them to the situations that come up, versus, tucking tail and running, being overly dedicated and committed, to, exact or nothing, perfect or bust. You've seen those signs driving to New York or bust, the Grand Canyon or bust, right? You're like perfection or bust. Nothing else will do. 8 of Swords with the Hierophant, right? Overthinking this, putting yourself in this mental prison of the exact right, completely societally accepted, perfect, agreed upon connection. Perfection is an illusion. Perfection is an illusion, and perfection is actually procrastination personified. So whenever you're seeking and hunting for perfection, you're procrastinating an outcome of inevitability that perfection is really not attainable. It's not attainable. It's not real. Whatever you feel like perfection is or should be, um, there's only the ability to control what happens inside of you. Everything else is outside of your control, and that is a big lesson as well. Is about releasing that ability and need to have to control every little thing, every feeling, every outcome, every circumstance, so that we feel better, so that we feel comfortable, so that we feel safe. Adjusting and moving yourself, becoming compatible is a very important part of melding and becoming a union with another person. So it's important to be very realistic when approaching union with another. Right? Expectations will get you into a world of hurt, especially if you're doing them all on your own. You know. Okay, we're gonna look at some oracle. I'm tired of all my oracle already. Time to shop. We'll look at the love oracle. I'm just drawn to here. Drawn to here, to there, from there to here. Love oracle for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for single Pisces. Okay, much better. 21 minutes. Much better. Some of these run a little long. My apologies. Sometimes the message just be that way. All right. Love oracle, single Pisces. Single Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do they need to hear for the month of August? What do they need to hear for the month of August? Yes, that is rain. It is not the sound of my microphone or my environment. It's my environment. It's raining. It's gonna rain on your head. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What else do they need to know for August? Thank you. We have date coming out. I like when this comes out. This comes out a lot whenever I'm talking about the single people. Addicted, divine timing, unfinished business. Sometimes we get a little addicted to our unfinished business. That baggage that we're carrying. Could be a little concerned that somebody might be risking returning. For some of you, this is a major concern, and you don't want that at all. This feels like a major risk for a lot of you. If anybody was trying to come back around, some of you absolutely would love opportunity to see if somebody has healed, has done that inner work, right? There could be unfinished business with somebody from the past. And again, applying these lessons, really kind of putting forth what it is that you've learned, what it is that you've figured out in this time of separation. With divine timing and intuition also coming out. So we've got family, addiction, party, right? Somebody here, could have had a family and they struggled with a lot of addictions and that party lifestyle. For others of you, you're learning while dating this person that they have a lot of toxic attachments. They could be addicted to, building up a lot of social status. Some people are like that. Have you ever been out in public at a restaurant and you're watching this table and everybody's kind of on their phone and they're taking pictures of the food? Nobody can eat because everybody's doing this thing, and it's strange, and it appears as if they're on a date, but it's like this weird new social thing. That's for some of you. Some of you are having to deal with that. I look for any opportunity at all that I can to put my phone away. So if I'm out in public and I'm with a person and I'm supposed to be with that person, then best believe You know, I will be watching if somebody is addicted. It does have certain types of addictions like that. So they do come in to interference. These are considered third parties addictions. It's toxic attachments to things that, you know, take somebody's focus away. This takes their vested interest. It takes their will to, you know, want for things in life. And if you're in a different direction than somebody who is on just a completely different path, then it's important to really get to know somebody to figure out, you know, who they are. Use your gut feelings and your instincts here to kind of pick up on some of these notations, to ask the right questions so that you can get to the bottom of things. Okay, very interesting what has come out here. Some of you may have figured out that, you know, you were just on the completely different path than anybody you've resonated with so far. You know, you've done that lifestyle. You've done that lifestyle so far. You've done a lot of hard work to, you know, get over some addictions that you had. You know, you could have gone back and forth, and, you know, through dating, you figured out, you know, kind of what you want and what you don't want whenever you're moving forward. And you could be focused on different intentions here. Okay. Somebody here, again, Mercury retrograde is happening between August 5th and the 27th. We do have pre and post shadows with the Mercury retrograde. So there could be the potential for somebody kind of popping up, from your past, seeing if you, you know, would take a confession. Maybe they are confessing that they're shedding some addictions and they want to roll the dice, see if you would like to have one more go around. Could be possible. Mercury retrograde, it's nuts. I'm telling you. Every time it happens, it's something nutty. All right. Hi, Eva. Girl, same. I have way too much. I don't know. Anytime I've ever gone back, I have quickly regretted it. Um, there is a need for both people to not only want the partnership, but also to resolve the issues of what's going on within. And if both partners can successfully work on themselves and then decide to come back into union and give it a go again, then and only then would it really stand a chance. Other than that, that is a, you know, a major swing for the fences, as they like to say in baseball. It's a swing for the fences. You know, I rarely hear of people coming back into union and it working. Rarely. It is. I've personally never heard of it. Personally, I've heard of one time where they've come back and forth to one another, and ultimately they're not together. Once, and they're older, and I'll tell you, I'm in my 40s and they're in their 60s, and they've given it the good college try throughout many decades. Ultimately they are not together, much happier with different people. Just food for thought. The only way reunion could ever happen is if both people do work on selves, decide that they want to continue to support one another while working on themselves, and try again, and truly let go of what's gone on and evolve into those new stages. And everybody's got to be on the same page. It's rare. It's so rare. Okay. Not saying it's not possible, not saying it never has happened ever in the history of the world, but can you name anybody? Okay. We're going to move on to couples, partnerships, relationships, situationships. Prefer to say no, thank you. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's done for a reason, you know? Done for a reason. I'm totally with you. Yeah, my guides say no. I've already had a meeting. They said no. All right. Here we go. We're going to look at partnerships, relationships, connections. If you are in a connection with another persons, this part of the reading is for you. If you're having issues with your person or persons, whatever you crazy kids are up to these days, if you're having issues in your connection, we're going to take a look at your energy right now. What does Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus need to know? Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups popping out. What does Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? And this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, cross watchers, switch that energy around as needed. Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups. I have the Knight of Wands with the Fool card. Is somebody dipping, jumping, feeling froggy? All right. Here, yeah, Seven of Cups. Rain though. Okay, here we go. What does Pisces? Thank you. Oh, Devil card reversed. Okay, somebody is letting go. I've got the Five of Cups, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Somebody here could be doing some work to really let go and cut out some toxic behaviors. Somebody here could really be doing a lot of work, could be dealing with a Capricorn. But I see here that they are very upset, very dissatisfied with what's gone on. I see somebody wanting to figure out how to feel and provide a more secure environment. We've got the King of Cups with the Three of Pentacles back here. Okay. Not mad at it. What is crossing or complementing? Crossing, complementing Pisces. Crossing, complementing Pisces. Crossing, complementing Pisces. Indeed. We've got the Death card. Seven of Cups. Okay. So somebody is very aware that things need to change and they're willing to do that work to make it happen. I feel like they could be a little bit lost on where to begin, but there is major support for this. Everybody's on board. Definitely. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Finally, somebody is realizing that there needs to be changes made and they are going to make sure that that happens. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, but they just don't quite know where or how or when to begin. There's a bit of a loss about where to start directing that energy, to start focusing. With the Death card, could be dealing with a Scorpio. What else for Pisces? What is the best that can be achieved? What's the best that can be achieved, please? Best that can be achieved. Best that can be achieved. Whoa. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. It's too daggum much. So we're going to pull all this back. Okay. So the Queen of Cups reverses, and this might be a little bit of some emotional manipulation happening here. There might be a little bit of somebody being very emotionally draining. Goodness. I do see there being, with the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, somebody here definitely wants to figure out what this new course of action is supposed to look like. I feel like, okay, sometimes when I see the Hierophant, I get this whenever I'm dealing with somebody wanting help or looking for ways to change, potentially seeking opportunity to start asking for help on how to do this from somebody who has experience. This could be a clergyman, a priest, a spiritual mentor, a guru, a life coach. Sometimes it could be a therapist, could be specifically somebody who deals with whatever they're trying to let go of here with those toxic attachments, who really knows how to make significant changes happen here to make these things come through. With the Hierophant, this is somebody, losing sleep over this and saying, I'm ready. I want to have achievement over this. And so they're, quickly deciding in order to feel better. Three of Cups is out here. It could be them, living that party lifestyle. Could be them, casually, taking care of themselves on their own, having a good time without your partnership in any consideration whatsoever, right? But this has been some very emotionally manipulative, very draining, super draining energy. This has depleted a lot out of both of you emotionally, trying to figure out what needs to change, what your next moves are, where to even go now. This feels pretty life-changing, as you're needing this to, start happening sooner than later. With that Eight of Wands coming out earlier, there's a deep push for this to start happening almost immediately. What's the foundation, please? What's the foundation? Page of Swords and the Sun card, right? Learning a lot immediately. What's the foundation? What's that foundation for Pisces? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There we go. Ooh, okay, thank you. Foundation. Foundation, please. Thank you. King of Swords. And the Justice card. Very similar energies. Look at their swords up. Look at both of their swords up. Major boundaries being put up, major lessons being applied, but there's still this confusion. Still a confusion and the inability to really kind of see a way forward. But the idea is there. The want is there. The conversation has started. The lessons have been learned. And the cause and effect of this major decision, of clear mental decision, the new path is set. Where do we go from here? Sky's the limit, right? Who knows? But it ain't going to be where we are now. That's that whole feeling of, you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. So you're just like, okay, well, where then? Where then? Oh, I just got so many flashbacks to my party days. Are we going to Denny? Are we going to go back to the apartment? Are we going to go try to find after hours? We can't stay here, but we don't got to go home. We could, but we don't gotta. Okay. All right. What's that past energy? So decisions made. Cause and effect of this decision is made. Look at this. Freaking hanged man and the judgment, right? Figuring out, but where? Major decision, life-changing, major awakening. Now what? Now what? Five of Cups, Eight of Cups, because in the name of love, in the name of moving on forward, continuing forward, away from this, for sure, away, up and away way. Major changes happening here. I love the fact, though, we have major arcana and court cards. So there's intense focus here. There's a really mature approach being taken, even if the premise of this entire thing is an extremely emotionally draining energy of overall this feeling just, like something you'd rather not deal with. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of crying. There's could be a lot of excuses, right, that you're not really into. You've heard them all and you're kind of tired of the excuses, and you're just, you're like, you know what? The truth of the matter is that a decision needs to be made. And the fact that the decision has been made, good, great. Now what? Now let's just stick a fork in the emotional side of things for now. And let's just figure out what those next moves are. What's that past energy? Yeah. As I split to the freaking Eight of Swords and emotional independence over this overthinking, the heartbreak, right? The problems, the pain. Okay, cool. We have identified the emotional side of things, and I get it. I'm a Cancer. Pisces is adult water. The Scorpio is teenager water. I'm baby water. I am quick to my emotions and I get it and I feel these things and I have to have my moment and I have to be able to release that so that I can figure out what those next moves are. Sometimes it frustrates some people because it is sometimes considered a huge waste of time. My mother's an Aquarius with a Capricorn moon. She doesn't have a lot of time for emotions and things, and she'll let me have a moment, and she's like, well then, so now what are we gonna do? And I'm like, we're gonna look at a plan in a minute. Ooh, she's so helpful with that. But you're kind of like, let's move on through the emotions and start to figure this out. What's that past energy? Yeah. Okay. In the past, things felt a lot more secure. Everybody's on the same page. And then, oof, the shits have hit us the fan, right? Things felt secure. It seems like everybody was on the same page. You guys could have had, a plan that you both were working. This could be a major surprise that this is coming up for some of you. Yeah, this is a major surprise for some of you. It kind of came out of left field. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Right? There was a plan, but lo and behold, on the horizon, what do you know? We're actually not on the same page. And it seems to be this kind of harsh realization, and emotions are running raw. People are feeling pretty betrayed, upset, found out. We've got the Four of Swords that just kind of floated out of here. Taking time to really kind of isolate back away from each other to figure things out, to think about things, to figure out what needs to be said next. What's that outcome? What's that outcome for Pisces? Ooh, future outcome for Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Thank you. Four of Swords, Five of Swords. I was like, please give me the Six of Swords, but it didn't. It gave me the Chariot, which is pretty much the major arcana, but in a much more rowdy way. We have the Five of Pentacles. So this is about overcoming everything and just kind of like understanding. Nine of Wands, Three of Swords. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. The idea has been set. The truth is out, right? And so now the plan needs to be sought through. And it's not really anymore about the argument or the fight or the defensiveness or feeling like, this is a part of, the reasonings or, excuses or any of that. I feel like there's just this need to kind of just, what, it's all good and well, but that doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do a hill of beans of any good. So there's extreme focus, moving forward, taking control of things, leaving all of this crap in the past, figuring out how to rebuild from this as well, due to there being major boundaries now being up because of what's been uncovered, and now needing to execute a plan. How do we advance now? Where do we go from here? Six of Wands, Knight of Wands, understanding and realizing forward. Forward is the process here. Forward ho. Okay. I want to clarify the Queen of Cups reversed real quick. I want to clarify that real quick. We're going to use the Rebel deck for the Oracle, because I feel like there's this inability to deal with these emotions, and it kind of just feels very matter of fact moving forward. It doesn't feel real ooey gooey. Feels like they're kind of this need to attack the problem, okay, versus attacking each other and attacking ourselves and feeling pity and feeling regret and feeling sorrow and feeling, trying to get sympathy. It's just wanting to attack the problem. And I feel that's kind of what's going on here with the Five of Swords. It's just, now what? How do we attack this problem? What's that Queen of Cups, please? Tell me about the Queen of Cups. In the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. Five of Swords, attack the problem. Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords. This is uncovering of lies, deception, the need to kind of surrender on the emotional side of things and pull away. Surrender on the emotional side of things. The Hanged Man, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords, putting an end to that and just kind of sticking to the facts here. Kind of sticking to the facts and making a plan on how to move forward. Nine of Swords. There's a lot to be figured out here. There's a lot to be figured out here. And wasting time in an energy that doesn't exist anymore and hasn't happened yet is not productive. Okay. So I feel like you're both just kind of figuring out how to attack the problem. That's just what I keep hearing here. Tell me about the Devil reverse. Tell me about the Devil reverse. Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So either somebody has impulse control issues when it comes to finances and how they choose to spend money. Somebody here could be very, very selfish and very greedy when it comes to spending money. And now you both are in a world of hurt because of somebody's poor choices. For a lot of you, this is somebody who's been very careless and restrictive with the amount of money that's been spent. I've got the Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Now there has to be this major uncovering of how much is gone, how much recovery is needing to happen now, what's left, what has been touched, what has been done, right? This is for some of you. You spent a lot of time with your person building up a lot of this abundance, and you're finding out for some of you it's gone. Big huge chunk of everything you both built with each other is gone for some of you. And now this harsh realization of somebody being so careless with everything you've both worked for. For others of you, it's the security and the bond of the foundation, all of the work and effort you put into creating a trusting, lasting, loving partnership. And lo and behold, finding out that your person goes around and does whatever the hell they want behind your back. And they're basically just kind of living this double life. They do what they want when they want. Behind your back. To your face, it's a completely different person. They're working with you to your face, but they're put in this major indecision here between choosing your happy home or having to, be selfish and make choices for self. So indeed. All right. So let's look at the Five of Swords. I want to see the Five of Swords. What's that outcome all about? That Five of Swords. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please. The outcome, Five of Swords. What's that all about? Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands. And now where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? How do we take responsibility into our own hands and start to figure out what needs to be done? All right. I have Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands again. Knowing you need to move forward, but unsure how. Really focused on closing out some old cycles, whatever that may be. But I see a heavy, intense focus on rebuilding the security and the foundation of what was lost. And for some of you, it could be with this person. For some of you, it could be without this person. For some of you, you're figuring out how to get this person the help they need to get your team back on track. For others of you, you're figuring out, that this has been going on so long and it's so deeply rooted that, you're deciding to close out on this cycle because this is not the person you thought they were. And they were hiding something from you all along. Depends on you, depends on the situation, depends on what has happened here, honestly. But I do see a lot of effort and work being put into both of you really figuring this out. And I see that action taking place very soon. There is not a lot of focus anymore. The emotions have kind of been worn out. And now there is just kind of laser focus. Month of August tends to be very, very much looking at what needs to change. The circumstance, your living situation, the person. But you got a lot of unpacking to do, basically. So I'm going to see if anything comes out of the Rebel deck real quick. You are the best thing that ever happened to you. Self-love, right? We can't sit there and say, oh, but they're so great and them this and them that, you know, and putting all of our power and giving all of our control away to somebody else. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. You are the best thing that ever happened to you. Buy your own damn drink, dating you, loving you, right? So being so focused on the partnership and really kind of holding someone's hand and forcing them to be and forcing them to change and forcing them to have accountability and do this and do this and do this. There's only so much you can do when it comes to somebody else, right? They ultimately have to take accountability and control over what it is that they need to do and work on. You're not making the poor choices, or they're not making the poor choices. You are, or they are, right? So that's what needs to be worked on. And if they can, if they can't, doesn't matter. No matter what, the focus is and always should be on knowing your own self-worth and your own value. That whatever happens in this situation, you could be okay with them. You could be okay without them. You know, it's going to suck to have to part ways and continue on without them. But you have to know that no matter what, you will be fine with or without, no matter what. That's always the premise for all situations in all ways. Complete and total peace of mind. Bottom of the deck. You have been losing some sleep. They need you to get on top of that right now. You may be a little less than you lately. It says you're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. If you feel like you're being called to take a nap, take a rest, take some sleep, take some time off, do it. Listen to your body. You've been pushing yourself to exhaustion. When you're going through certain circumstances and stressful situations and your emotions are running high, there are depletions of this. We'll stay forever and stress ourselves out and worry. And then when it comes time to perform and do what we need to do, we want to sleep. We're too tired. Our minds aren't there. You have to be able to nourish and take care of yourself in order to be able to be the best version of you, to be able to tackle these problems, to be able to attack the problems. You have to be well rested. You have to take care of yourself. No one's going to do it but you. Sleep is an easy one. That's an easy one to do. And if you're tired enough, then you'll do it. Stop pushing yourself to try and stay awake, to push through something. If you need to sleep, then do it for yourself. Anything else? Yeah, once another chance. This is that energy of wanting to let go of these toxic attachments. That death card is wanting to release and transition into a different version of themselves. But it's initially about, you know, where do we begin? What does that look like? What are those first steps? And truly letting go of it. You know, a habit takes a while to form, and it takes a while to deprogram yourself away from that. And you have to be a very tolerant person to go through that with somebody, to be able to take the hits, take the slides, take the misses, and still work towards a future progression of what needs to happen. This is wild. It's a budge fest. It's a budge fest. So neither one of you is really kind of figuring out what needs to happen. There's a lot of triggers here that are pushing you ultimately to just run, just tuck tail and run. You could be very, very triggered here to just be like, you know what? I didn't sign up for any of this. I don't want any of this. Forget it. Forget all. We've got once another chance, once a future with you. Right, there's so much back and forth. This is why it's a budge fest. You're torn. You're torn between staying and working it out and doing your due diligence to see what happens. For some of you, you've done this too many times and you're sick and tired of trying to see if they're going to change, and you've kind of let them show you their true colors in so many ways. All right, because we've got karmic issues out here, non-committal. Okay, somebody here could have been non-committal for quite some time. They could have told you over and over again that they were going to do differently, and they never really followed through with that. There could be, that justice card that has come out. Those are karmic lessons. So the issues arise, the issues continue, right? And if somebody's promising change and never doing so, this just feels like a budge fest, and it feels like you're right there about just saying, you know what, I can't do this. I'm tired and sick and tired of doing this over and over and over and over. You want different. You want different. You want to start seeing words and actions align. Mirror games, obsess. This will turn around, right? So round and round we go. Bless your souls. Okay, darlings. It's ultimately up to you, but I'm going to let you know that there's only so much that you can do for somebody else. The best thing you can do for somebody else is to work on yourself and to continue to be an example of what you expect. You know what you will tolerate, you know what you won't tolerate. And it's a matter of really diving down deep to decide whether or not you can continue in this path and how to do so. And if it's not this one, then what? So choices every day. This is the earthly way. Woohoo! Aren't you happy? All right, Pisces, last but not least, that is going to wrap up my monthly zodiacs for the month of August, all before the end of the first week. Woohoo! So next I will be bringing back the collective reading. So be sure to hit that subscription button. That notification bell will let you know every single time I'm energetically called to come give you a reading. I will be doing other readings coming up here soon, but most importantly, we'll get back to those collective readings where you can ask me a question and you can pay for discounted personal readings live while I am live. Those are also done on other platforms. All that information is in the description box, as well as how to get a hold of me for a personal private reading if you do not want that done publicly on those discounted rates for live streams. I greatly appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in, playing along. Thank you all for your continued love, all of your connectivity, and I will see you all very, very soon. Wishing you all the love, light, abundance, positive vibes you can possibly stand. Take care. Bye.